Good morning, it's Elaine with Elaine's Custom Cards with another paper pumpkin alternative for you today. This is for February 2020, lovely day. These are the cards that you can make. There's 9 cards, 3 different designs. So I'm taking the elements in here and then adding a few other things to make my alternatives. You can get this, well, you can't get this one, I don't think, unless there's some leftovers. But if you get a 3-month subscription, it's $63. And there's a link in the little down arrow for you to join if you haven't already. With this, you need, if you want next month's, which is, there's going to be a free stamp set, so there'll be 2 stamp sets in there. You have until March 10th to sign up for that. But if you do a 3-month subscription, you can get a free item out of the celebration catalog as well. And we're using this card that I'm doing today, I'm using the Celebrate from this Happy Birthday to You, which is a free celebration item. And then there's coordinating dies to go with this particular stamp set that you can purchase. And this is the stamp set that came in the kit. And I used the big rose here. I think it's a rose. And then the smaller flower right here. And what this is let me show you what it looks like before I stamped it. I believe I have one left in here. And it comes like this. And so you just line up your stamp, and I did it beforehand already because I had to stand up to do it. So it looks like this. After you're done, I used Rococo Rose and stamped like this. And then what I did, just to be different, after you stamp that flower, then you stamp this one right here. So that's what I did ahead of time. And then get these pieces out here so you can see what I did. I took this piece and die cut the center out, and you can use, I die cut it before I stamp the flower, but you can do it after. But you can use this set of dies, which is the rectangle stitch framelits, and I would use this one to die cut that out so that you have some edging, because we're going to attach this piece, which came from one of the other cards that I cut in half. The card bases comes like this, and I just cut it, and then I trimmed this to let's see, I have it written down. I trimmed it down to 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. So it's 4 3/4 by 3 1/2 after I did this. Then I took this piece and attached it to this. And so I just put a thin line of glue around the edge. Like so. Yeah, I wish there was a die to cut that frame out. I could think of all kinds of places where I could use that. And then I just centered it on this piece right here. Make sure you don't use too much glue. See, you can see the edge of the glue there. I don't think I got it on there, but anyway, once you've glued that to there, then glue it to the front of your card. And this card base is Old Olive. It's let's see, it is 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2, so it opens up like that. So then I just glued this to the front of my card base. It's like so. I wanted to get that all on there so that it was ready for the rest of what we're going to do. So for the inside of this card, we'll go ahead and do the inside before we finish this. This piece is 4 7/8 by 3 5/8, and I just stamped the Celebrate from this stamp set right there, and then under it I put From Itty Bitty Birthdays, It's Your Day, and then I stamped the flower in the corner right here with Rococo Rose. This is Rich Razzleberry. And then I took my Stampin' Blends and used the light Old Olive for the leaves and the light Petal Pink for the flowers. And then we're going to go ahead and glue this to the inside of the card. One of the reasons why I did the stamping ahead of time is because I like to keep these videos short but still show you how I did things and give you dimensions and things like that. So there, the inside of the card is done, so they're the same. Okay, then let's work on this. Put this over here. I think I need my glue right now. And I took this and I colored this the same as I did on the flower on the inside with Petal Pink. And this already has some shading on it, but I'm going to add a little more color to it. So I'm going to take my light Rich Razzleberry Stampin' Blend, and I'm going to take the bullet tip and just kind of dab some color in these little berry-like things. I don't want very much color. I think those got a little dark. So I'm just going to dab, and you just kind of just barely go to the edges so that it doesn't spread beyond the edge of these little the Rococo Rose color. Because I think this one is a little too fuzzy. I like this one better. So I just dabbed a little color in there with that. I like that. And then I took my light So Saffron and put some color on the center of the flower. I wanted to try and keep it light because the rest of the flower is fairly light. And then I took my light Old Olive and filled in some of the green. Gave the leaves a little more color because I didn't think they had enough. And you just kind of dab some color where there's no color on them. Like so. Doesn't need very much. Just a little. Or you don't have to put any. You can leave it just the way it is, but I wanted a little bit of color. And that's what I used on that as well. there. Okay. Then I took my petal pink and decided whether or not I wanted any more color on the flower. So I put a little bit here, a little bit on that, like the folds where it kind of folds up. It's because I wanted more color. And let's see, I think I put a little bit on that because it didn't have any. Just kind of spread the color a little bit so it had a little bit more color. And you don't have to do this if you like it the way it stamps out. You don't have to add more color. I just wanted more. There. Okay, that's good. There, once I did all that, then I took my little banner that comes in the paper pumpkin box, and it comes like, show you, there's a whole sheet of them, but it comes like this, and I cut it. I just cut here and here, and then just trimmed a little bit so that the edges were even. And then I stamped birthday wishes in Rich Razzleberry. And then we're going to attach this with Stampin' Dimensionals. Now you can do this before you add all your embellishments or after. It doesn't really matter. So we're going to put this on there on the front of the card. I put quite a few because that's a pretty big panel, and I didn't want it sagging anywhere, so I actually put quite a few on here. Let's put one there. Okay. So I'm going to attach this, make sure you're right side up, and we'll attach this to the front of our card. This is the best time to, the best sale of the year that Stampin' Up! Has, and this is when they give away a lot of free things. So during celebration, and if you purchase $50 from me on my website, I'll send you a package of these rhinestones, and you get a free celebration item. That's quite the deal. I put Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of my little banners. Make sure I'm right side up here. And don't get it too close to the edge because you're going to have it hang over. Just get that straight. So we put birthday up here. And then I'm going to put wishes at the bottom, down here. And it hangs over a little bit too. And then I tied a piece of ribbon, tied a bow, and this is the petal pink ribbon that's in the mini catalog, the spring mini catalog. So I just tied a bow because I wanted a ribbon on there, and I put it underneath here. It's got a glue dot on the back of it. And then I took some of the sequins that came in the paper pumpkin kit, and I put some really tiny mini glue dots on the back that were from another paper pumpkin, really little, because I find it easier than glue. So I put them on the back and then placed a few on the front of the card. Just like so. You could use glue. You don't have to use glue dots. I like the glue dots, so that's what I used. On there. And then another larger one. Pick it up. Sometimes my fingers don't work, so. And we'll put that one right. Actually, it looks like I used a smaller one. We'll use this big one right there. Okay. And that's your card. Get this out of the way so I don't spill those everywhere. So that's alternative number 2. You'll have to let me know what you think. I've got another one ready to show you, and I try to upload videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So this is Monday's video. The next one will be Wednesday, and it's another pretty card. I'll show you what it looks like. There's this card, and Friday I did this card. So these are the 3 alternatives that I've done, and I'll show you how to do this one in my video on Monday. You have a blessed day and have fun stamping. Remember, go to my website, email me, you can sign up as a demonstrator under me. I do team meetings, workshops, and all kinds of stuff. So you have a blessed day and have fun stamping.